Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a really good artisan type bread, but in the shape of a loaf pan so you can slice it up for sandwiches. You guys are going to really love this. And I learned it from another YouTuber close to 2 years ago. And I'll put a link to his video down in the description box. If you want to check it out, go ahead and do that. But the great thing about this bread is it's no knead, so no kneading involved, and no Dutch oven. Most of them you got to have a Dutch oven that can go in the oven. And like I said, you can use it for sandwiches. So let's get started. Okay, in the bowl is 3½ cups of bread flour. And to that, I'm going to add a ½ teaspoon of instant yeast, or like fast acting yeast. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of table salt. I'm going to mix it around just a little to try and make sure the yeast and the salt is incorporated into the flour there. Okie dokie, that should be good. And now I'm going to add 14 ounces of water. And if you want to know, that's 1 3/4 cups of water. We just need to get this flour into a dough. So I'm kind of going slow. I'm trying to let the flour soak up some of that water on its own. There we go. Starting to come together. I love making homemade bread. I'm not always the best at it, at least when it comes to what it looks like. It tastes good, but I just don't have that really good flair how some bakers do. I just think it really is, you know, when you get those fantastic loaves that look like something out of a magazine, people that can do that just have a nice talent. They're an artist about it. Well, and I'm sure they do it so often too. See, I'm trying to get down here and incorporate all that flour. It's getting really thick here, but that's okay. I'm going to try and turn it over. And that's all she wrote. So now what you're going to do is you're going to cover this with plastic wrap. And you're going to let it sit here on the counter overnight, or 8 to 24 hours. So if you started this in the morning, you could have it for dinner. Otherwise, like me, I'm starting it later in the day, so I'm going to let it go overnight and I'll bake it in the morning. So when we get to that, I will be right back. Alright, it is the next day, and as you can see, the dough has more than doubled in size. And that's good. It's done what it needs to do. So the next step is we're just going to take some flour out here. You know, dust it around a little bit. I don't have a lot of space here. Well, I would have used my pan. And then you're going to, well, first we're going to take it out of the bowl. So I'm going to try and do this as easily as possible. It's a very sticky dough, but that's okay. That's how it needs to be. Whoopsies. There we go. And you're going to want to flour your hands a little bit. And we're going to press it out. Nothing major. I'm going to take this scraper here and just kind of flip it onto itself like so. And just shape it a little bit, you know, like in the shape of a loaf. And we're going to put it in our bread pan. Now, I already greased my bread pan. I made sure to grease every little spot. I have to use butter in this pan, but go ahead and use spray if you want. I just kind of flopped it in there. Just trying to even this out a little bit. Now, we're going to let this proof a little longer, a little bit more. So you can do that for 1 to 2 hours. I'm going to do about an hour, I figure. So when you're almost done with your proofing, go ahead and get your oven preheated. You're going to preheat your oven at 400, say about 15 minutes before this is done proofing. And I'll be back. Okay, the oven's been preheated and it's going in. Now we're going to bake that for 45 minutes. Okay, everyone, it is done. I'll take a look-see. Oh my goodness, does it smell good in here. So we're going to go ahead and take it out. Let it cool. And there you go. Can you hear that? That is going to be some great bread. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to look down in the description box for all the measurements and stuff like that, and for the link to the other YouTuber where I got this from a few years ago. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. That would be great of you guys, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. It's awesome of you. It was nice talking to you. And you take care.